So the first category I'd like to focus on is something I'd like to call best upgrades, or my favorite upgrades from this year of 2022. And the word or term upgrade here is something that I'd like to define as being a title which is a release from 2022 that is of a film that had or has been released by the Criterion Collection in a prior form. So maybe the Criterion Collection had released the film on a Blu-ray disc or on a DVD disc, and on the occasion of 2022, it quote-unquote upgraded it or provided a different format, like a DVD to Blu-ray, or maybe a DVD Blu-ray to, say, 4K UHD, or maybe Laserdisc to Blu-ray, DVD, or 4K, whatever the case may be. So that is the phrase I'd like to use, or the meaning that I like to use for purposes of today. My favorite upgrades from the year 2022. There were a lot of such titles, and so I'd like to provide my 5 favorite upgrades from the year 2022 in the Criterion Collection. So with that, my dear friends, let us begin with number 5. And number 5 is a work which is released on a Blu-ray, a new Blu-ray, which was at SPY number 1153. And it is this work, Arsenic and Old Lace. It was lovely to see this film in the Criterion Collection, back in the Criterion Collection, because, as some of you may know, it used to be a wonderful Laserdisc, which is right here. This Laserdisc is SPY number 136 of the Laserdisc catalog. And so it was a title that I think many people were hoping for over the years. You know, Criterion has, periodically or regularly, has been seen to upgrade, or has been seen to take some of their Laserdisc titles and then bring them into the current Blu-ray, DVD, 4K catalog. One of the latest examples from this year, 2022, is Arsenic and Old Lace, and it's so great to see it in this form. And it was wonderful to see the film in this fashion, and also a reminder of the glory of the Laserdisc era from Criterion, such as Arsenic and Old Lace. So my number 5 choice for favorite upgrade from 2022 in Criterion is Arsenic and Old Lace. Number 4 in my favorite upgrades from Criterion for 2022. And this was a Blu-ray, or this is a Blu-ray that is of a title that is at SPY number 22. And it's this work, David Lean's work, which is Summertime, starring Katharine Hepburn. This is a great, great upgrade for a number of reasons. We had this early DVD release from the Criterion Collection, which was a great DVD release. And in fact, also it had been a Laserdisc as well prior to this. But this was admittedly a DVD from the early era of the Criterion DVD catalog, SPY number 22. So to see this upgrade to this Blu-ray based on the 4K restoration materials, and also some of the other supplements that were discussing the context of Summertime, or the film Summertime in the context of the filmography of David Lean, etc. This was such a learning experience for me, and it was also a great way to re-enter the world of Summertime and the look and feel and the ambiance and everything about it. It was a truly breathtaking experience to be able to revisit the film in this manner, but also to almost in a way look at it again afresh for the first time, in a manner of speaking. So nothing to take away from this early DVD. This was great. It was one of the early staples, if you will, of the Criterion catalog that was ever growing during the this was again SPY number 22, so very, very early. So well done for Criterion, to Criterion, for being able to establish its great library with titles like Summertime. But now with this implementation of the Blu-ray technology and 4K restoration technology, and the reemergence of this film, in the Criterion catalog. This is a great, great title, a great upgrade. So my number 4 favorite upgrade from Criterion this year, Summertime. My number 3 favorite upgrade from the year 2022 Criterion, and this is a title which is at spy number 227, and it is the Henri-Georges Clouzot work, which is a really fantastic, thrilling, scary, suspenseful, mystery, disturbing drama, Le Corbeau. Now, this was a title that had been a DVD, which is right here, and the DVD fell out of print. Much like other titles, of course, that fall out of print. One hopes one day that all the out-of-print titles can come back in the Criterion collection, reemerge. And so when this had been announced, this was a cause for celebration. It was a very complex, rich, and indeed somewhat controversial film, both in terms of its initial release and subsequent. So, but then it also fell out of print from the Criterion catalog, and so now we see it reemerge afresh, as it were. So now we can have the opportunity with this new Blu-ray to reevaluate it, consider it, rediscover it, and re-engage with it. And we also have it based on 4K restoration Blu-ray right here. So together with some of the supplements, supplements taken over from the earlier DVD, the reemergence of this work is great. It is a complex, challenging work. And it is one that whose challenges and complexities are, I think, outlined with great detail, vividly, and with a sense of, I think, reasonableness and fairness in the supplements. And so, if you haven't seen this already, I can strongly recommend this. Again, the work from Henri-Georges Clouzot, now reemerged once again in the Criterion collection under this new Blu-ray from 2022, Le Corbeau. My number 2 favorite upgrade from the year 2022 in Criterion. This is a title which is designated by Criterion at 1134, spy number 1134. What a brilliant work this is, and it's great to see it come back into the collection. And I'm speaking of the work by Martin Scorsese. It is Raging Bull. Now, some of you may know Raging Bull used to be in the Criterion collection under this great Laserdisc, or one of these Laserdiscs, because in fact Criterion had a number of different variations on the Laserdisc release of Raging Bull in its Laserdisc catalog. This happens to be one with this box design, and the Laserdisc here is at spy number 120 in the Laserdisc catalog, but it used to be in the Criterion collection together with what they called an audio essay, commentary track, or commentary-like track. But now we see it return, reemerge, and in the full glory of the 4K UHD format. Here we have the 4K UHD plus Blu-ray combo edition here. It's a great release, by the way. Again, we have a number of great titles in the Laserdisc catalog, and every so often Criterion seems to be bringing those titles back. And when this news emerged, it was I was so excited for so many reasons. One of which being the fact that it would be another Laserdisc title coming back to the collection. So, and it came back in such a strong way, in such a brilliant way. Reminder of this great and towering achievement. That is also very complex and quite a demanding work in a great way, an artistically demanding work. And I think it brings you in, and one is absorbed immediately. And the technique and prowess and the acting craft is truly top-notch indeed. So for many reasons, this release reminds us just how great this film is, and also from the physical media standpoint, the return of the title into the Criterion collection. So my number 2 favorite upgrade from this year is Raging Bull. That brings us to my number 1 favorite upgrade from Criterion in this year 2022, and I speak about this title, which has been designated by Criterion at spy number 1131, and it is this work. John Waters, Pink Flamingos. Pink Flamingos is back in the collection. Let me say this again. Pink Flamingos is back in the collection. And it used to be in the collection under this Laserdisc, which was the 25th anniversary Laserdisc of Criterion. And so it was great to see it in this 25th anniversary Laserdisc edition at spine number 341. And now in the year 2022, we have this release, which is, in terms of the years counted, 50 years since its original release. So we had the 25th anniversary release by Criterion here, and now we have in the same respect the 50th anniversary release of this. So 50 years since it had been initially released back in 1972, and so 25 and 50. And my goodness, this work returning to the collection in this great release. And then also we have another John Waters work coming into the collection in this way. We have a number of other John Waters films in the collection. I wish many more could follow. I wish all of them could be in the Criterion collection, etc. And this is a very iconic, legendary work in many ways. It's not for everyone. And I've discussed this in a number of places in this YouTube channel. It's certainly not for everyone. I know some people, maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea. That's totally okay. But in terms of a type of unforgettable work, truly unforgettable work, Pink Flamingos is that. And the fact that we had it here back in the day with the Laserdisc, and now we have it again with this Blu-ray edition. And this great cover art as well, and everything that it has to offer, and then some. Pink Flamingos is back in the collection. Wow. So this is my #1 favorite upgrade from Criterion during the year 2022. And so let me end here, and I will go talk again in the next video. But please let me know any thoughts that you have about favorite upgrades from the year. Please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what it is you have to say. But until the next one, my dear friends, stay strong and stay safe, and cheers. But I will see you at the next video, my dear friends. So cheers.